Happy New Year.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
Thank you. We're so excited that you are celebrating these holidays with us, or that we're actually celebrating with you. So we just wanted to say, from Enjoying Your Blended Family, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And today being Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve. Is that a thing? And as most people know it, just AKA Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. In my head it sounded better.
So it is Christmas Eve going live if you are listening. And if you're watching us on YouTube, here we are.
You have a little bonus if you're watching because
do.
we are festive today.
I have my Christmas tie on.
He has his Christmas tie.
And my hat.
That says Merry Christmas, and it's shiny and red. I'm giving the description in case you're just listening.
On the podcast. And we're just saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
So we have a exciting episode today. We're going to kind of keep it shorter because we know it's Christmas Eve and you are spending time with your family as well, or you're getting prepared for tomorrow being Christmas, because that's when Christmas happens, is the day after Christmas Eve. You know, it's just weird, and I don't know why I'm explaining that to you as if you don't know.
And today is going to be all about... If you're listening to this and you're like, this is a fun Friday and I don't feel like having fun because my holiday's not going the way that I expected it to, we're gonna work really hard on helping you shift that mindset, because we have been there, done that, and bought 2 t-shirts.
Yes, we have. But if you are enjoying it, then this is going to meet you there too. So today we're all talking about Christmas Eve fun in a blended family. Friday fun, and this Friday just happened to be on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, and I will say I love Christmas Eve more than I love Christmas.
That's crazy. Why?
Because on Christmas, all the excitement, I feel like it's over on Christmas.
Oh.
So.
Okay. So it's like the build up. You're still in that build up, and then Christmas Day is just like...
I feel like I probably already said this on some of our Christmas other episodes, but I do. It's just, once it comes to the Christmas Eve, I feel like I have to wait a whole nother year.
Well, you kind of do for Christmas Eve. That's the way it is on the calendar.
That is true. But if it didn't quite go as planned, too, then I have to go a whole nother year until I get to have the fun. But not anymore.
Well, and that's where this episode kind of picks up on, is there were so many years. We all know, well, most of us know that if you're in a blended family, we have a lot of added challenges. We have a lot of added family dynamics and pulls and struggles and divisions and all kinds of things that, you know, we've all talked about, and most of us are knee deep in. And whenever it comes to the holiday times, it can really be what we were calling before is the joy suckers. You know, it just like sucks that joy right out of you, and it makes a joyful holiday not so joyous.
Yeah.
In fact, that is what we experienced for a lot of our beginning years together as a blended family. Was once the holidays hit, especially Christmas Eve time, we had these expectations that we would all be together and everything was going to be great and we were going to be this Hallmark family, and it never worked out that way, and it left us sitting there feeling stressed, feeling just really sad.
Kind of empty, yeah, like the way it's not supposed to be. And we talk like more in detail on those in some of the previous Christmas, enjoying the holiday if you missed those, go back to the Enjoying the Holiday episodes. We had 3. It was a 3-part, and we talk about that a lot. So we're not really going to go deep into that. If you're needing more encouragement, that's where you'll find those. But that is where, you know, Christmas Eve is one of those ones. I remember many times not having my daughter with us on Christmas. And I think that was some of the hardest times, is when you don't have your kids, when your kids aren't with you for the holiday. Well, you know, it's just what you expect. You want them. But in a blended family, when there's divorce,
that means if you have them, then the other parent doesn't. So someone's always going to miss out. Someone's always going to have that longing. Or maybe you're trying to split the holidays. And now you got that pressure of, okay, are they going to bring them back on time, or do I have to go get them?
And a lot of times, let's just say exchange day, where you're having to get the kids back and forth, waiting on them, or you having to drive. Like sometimes it's the distance, and you're driving a couple hours to do the exchange. So that's cut into your holidays. So
I love how you said exchange day. That should just be like a coined word on exchange day in a blended family.
It is.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
It is the saying that they use in blended families.
Well, there you go.
I'm more like in the Instagram world where I hear a lot of the lingo, whereas he doesn't hear as much of the lingo.
I'm on social media, just not a lot. So yeah, I don't catch all the lingo. I've just been through it.
So I just didn't want to say that we're coining that phrase when that phrase is around. But
true.
That is what a lot of the parents call it, exchange day, because you're having to exchange the kids from one house.
Such a clever name. I wish I had thought of that.
you did, kind of, or like you try to just take credit for it. If the holiday...
Another plug, just get in the know. Get on Instagram a whole lot so you can stay current with all the new terminology coming out.
Well, there is, in the blended family, there is a lot of lingo, and you don't even realize people call this stuff. When you're just living life with your kids and you're just doing these things, you don't realize that they even have names. But when you get into for us, where we're helping blended families now, we're hearing a lot more stories, and so we pick up a little bit more on the bio dad or bio mom, stuff like that.
It sounds almost like bionic. I'm the bionic dad. So yeah. I wish I would have had the kids call me that bio dad.
But you wouldn't have been their bio dad. Only Riley.
Well, yeah.
Okay, back.
But that's a cool name, and maybe that should stick with people. I'm the bio dad, and you could have a theme song and a theme. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I just,
Yeah, I think it's the tie and the hat that's got you really fired up today. So, okay, I'm just gonna start calling it bio dad. He likes it. Bio daddy.
Who's your bio daddy?
anyways, back to the purpose here.
Okay.
That your exchange day could be on the holiday because you're trying to make sure that both of y'all get the kids on that day. And that might include hours of driving or pausing what would have been your celebration day to go get them where they need to go, or to wait for them somewhere and they not show up, if you've ever had to deal with that.
Especially if you're doing that on a holiday. So you're doing that on Christmas Eve or something, and that's not what you have your Christmas Eve looking like, right? To where now you're exchanging and meeting up with your ex-spouse, and then not only that, then, if there's static or drama there, that just pours into your holiday, and all that can really just add up. And for us, that was our story for a long time, until we started learning how to cope with that and move on and learn some of these tools and tricks and tactics and things that we put in place now, to where we are today. We're able to sit here and say Christmas Eve fun with your blended family, and we're able to sit there and enjoy that. And we're going to share a few tips and trips. We're gonna share a few tips and trips momentarily on that, or tricks. So either way, they could be trips, or maybe they're tricks to avoid trips.
Maybe that.
Hey, that
you
could
coin that. I'm sure nobody has.
Nobody said that. Let me get on Instagram and check. I'll get on there and just see if anyone's coined that. If not, trademarking that one.
That's your new saying.
That's it. There's a lot of different family dynamics that can really steal that joy from you on these holidays, especially Christmas Eve.
And so you could let it steal your joy and continue to go in that same pattern, or you could choose to try to see it differently. Pick something, pick just to do it different. Find the thing that you can celebrate today, and with those that you can celebrate with. So you might not be able to change, be court ordered the way you have to spend your holidays. So we're not saying try to change that. We're saying whatever your situation is. And for me, when we were coming up with this idea, I'm picturing myself several years back sitting at home alone.
Not the movie.
Gosh. I'm glad you made me laugh instead of cry through these moments. But sitting at the house by myself, Because
drawing a map for the intruders. Crushing ornaments and putting them on the floor.
Oh, gosh.
Playing a movie, you dirty, was it you dirty scoundrel? Or
rat, or I don't know.
You dirty rat.
Gosh, just let me talk. So we're very involved in the church, and Randall is on the worship team for all the years that we've been in the church. Pretty much, he's been on the worship team, and so they do a Christmas Eve service, or the church does. We do. Everybody, that's involved.
Everybody puts it right.
So he's part of that. They go practice hours before, which meant it left me by myself because our kids.
All by myself.
We're never gonna get through this episode. But it left me because my kids would go to their dads on Christmas Eve, and his daughter Riley would more times than not go to her mom's for the holidays,
which is another state away.
Yeah, in another state, so she would fly out before that. So it would leave me in this just sad moment of I'm all by myself and it's Christmas Eve, and I love Christmas Eve. I've always loved Christmas Eve, and now I'm lonely. So instead of pouring into that, I started using it as an opportunity, especially since I'm a little bit of a last minute person, that I would use that time to get creative with how I could either finish last minute gift shopping, gift wrapping. I would put on some Hallmark Christmas movies, make me some hot chocolate, and sit in there. If I still had to wrap presents, then I would do that, or come up with presents if I'm still trying to do that, or just sit and chill and watch a movie and drink some hot chocolate and have some just me time until it was time to go to Christmas Eve service.
Hey, we'll be back momentarily. Check out this announcement. It can be a challenge throughout the holiday seasons, Christmas time and everything, to try to find that right gift. Sometimes you don't know what to buy.
Yeah, but what if you could give a gift that keeps on giving all year long?
That's what the Adventure Challenge is. It's that gift that keeps on giving. These are date nights that you can do throughout the whole year. What a perfect gift for friends, families, whoever.
Well, what's really cool is they're not just date nights, but they're surprises. You scratch them off and it reveals a date.
It's fun, it's affordable, it's a really great idea. It kind of takes the thinking out of it, but it gives you that new adventure, new excitement. And really it's fun for any type of relationship.
Yeah, I love it. They have it for couples. They have it for the whole family, for your friends, your besties. They have it even for solo, if you're just wanting to go on some adventures by yourself. They have a new one. It's for blind dates. And then the newest one that they have that we are already personally on pre-order.
This one is on pre-order, but it is called In Bed. So we're really excited about that. That's if you want to spice up maybe the intimacy in your marriage. So really cool, really great ideas. They have all types of things. You can buy Polaroid cameras from them. It's a different style that's unique to them, that adds to the moment. They have bundle packages, just all different kinds of things. So it really adds a new way to buy gifts this year. So great gift idea.
And we became affiliates with them, so if you use the promo code Enjoy the Moment, you get 10% off.
So it's Enjoy the Moment, one word, all caps. If you use that at checkout, you as the listener can get 10% off. All the links and the information are in the show notes, just as a reminder. Check it out. It's a fun new idea that you could use during the holidays just to buy that new, fun, exciting gift. And now back to the episode. And that was a powerful thing to learn, actually, is because a lot of times if we are alone during these holidays, we want to self-soak. Mm-hmm. We want to sit in our pity and be miserable, wishing things were different. And instead of turning it around and saying, you know what, well, what I can't control? I can control my joy, right? I can choose joy or I can choose not to have joy. That's a choice. Yeah, things may not look the way I wish they would. But you know what? They look this way. Let me make the most out of it. And so you take that alone time and you pamper yourself a little bit. Maybe you go take you a bubble bath and you're like, I'm doing a Christmas Eve bubble bath, and so you can just kind of add to that and make it your time instead of a sulk time. So it's really that mindset, shifting that mindset to be able to do that. So if you're alone during the Christmas Eve, pamper yourself. God loves you and he wants you to enjoy it. So, you're never alone for one. Jesus is always with you. And so, it's kind of...
Even in the bubble bath.
Even in the bubble bath. but he loves you, and so you're never alone. But enjoy your time solo if that's you. And so it's really shifting that, being able to do that now. Sometimes you do have your kids, or you have some of your kids.
Yeah, well, before we get into that, can I talk about the couples?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, I feel like it grows on. Like, you're by yourself, or you're with a couple, or you have your children.
So you're seeing a Christmas tree right now, don't you? It's like a Christmas tree starting from the top and coming down to the bottom.
Now I do. Okay.
Until at the very bottom is presents. We could use that, and that's an analogy. That's what we're doing.
He needs to just go write all of these.
So we just went from the top of the Christmas tree. Now we're down to
the middle section where it's just you and your spouse. Maybe your kids are not with you on the holidays, and it's just you and your spouse together. And you, in your mind, and we talked about this on a previous episode. In your mind, that's not what it should look like. You want to have your kids there. You want to be baking in the kitchen and getting ready, opening up present, like at least
this Hallmark family.
Yeah, and matching pajamas and putting them to bed.
Everybody's singing fa la 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 la.
Yeah.
and enjoying Christmas holiday movies and
like stuff. like you're looking in someone else's window and watching all of them have this joyous occasion.
Your whole family's looking in other people's windows.
I was thinking more
That's an image.
I was thinking more like Scrooge, where he takes the ghost of Christmas past
and
or
goes
present,
and looks into,
and they're like looking in on the rest of the family, enjoying time together.
That's true.
So maybe you're like, this isn't what it should be like. Christmas Eve should have like all the kids around. Well, this is the time to like.
Well, and that was us.
Yeah.
That was us for a while. There were several Christmas Eves that we didn't have our kids, that they all weren't here. And so we'd sit there and kind of be sad and stuff until we changed it, right? So we turned it into date nights. We turned it into things we do together. And it stinks that we can't have our kids here, but we made the most out of it. Yeah. And we started learning to do that, right? It didn't come natural. At first we wanted to soak and be sad, but then once we turned it into date nights, it's kind of like, if the kids aren't going to be here, that's cool. We're going to have some fun. Mm-hmm. And so we've done a lot of different things. We've sat there and did our hot chocolates and watching movies. And we both have certain Christmas movies we want to watch.
So we would rotate those each year.
We'd rotate those. And then we even did some date nights to where it got a little bounce, chicken, wow, kind of dry, and you get to do that you wouldn't be able to do with the kids in the house, right? So, now it's just taking kind of what could be a sad moment and turning it into a very special moment between us two.
And let me just tell you this: as soon as you start enjoying that it's just y'all two, I promise you, somehow the other ex-spouses can get some subliminal
vibes
messages
or something. It's like, let me send the kids back to you.
And then they want to send them back to you, and that's not your thing anymore.
And you're kind of like, wait a minute, we were enjoying our
this is our thing now. And so then you have to shift again. So just know that if you want to have the kids, just start making it real special with you and your spouse. And then I don't know how they catch whiff of those things.
It just happens. So we moved from the top of the tree. We're in the middle.
So you're solo, you're a couple, and now we're down to
the bottom of the tree.
Maybe you don't have everybody, or maybe you only have some of the kids with you, but whoever it is with you. So say if, your biological kids have to go and it's just you, your spouse, and your stepkid. Figuring out how can we make this something special for us? What's something that can become our tradition together with just the ones that are there.
And it doesn't necessarily even have to be a tradition, because next year could change.
This is true.
And so whenever is taking the time to celebrate who's with you. If it's not all of your kids, if it's just one or two, or whatever that looks like for you, you're enjoying who's there, who's present, and y'all are figuring out, what do y'all want to do this year?
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to look the same every year. That sometimes we can get stuck in our heads, but it's enjoying who you're with at that time. Love the one you're with, kind of that song.
I knew that was coming out.
So it is celebrating that.
And we talk deeper again on that on one of the other episodes if you don't have your kids. But I think you're right, because in my head it is, this is your tradition, but it does change. Let's be real. It does change every holiday. As soon as you think this is going to be the new thing, it turns into something different.
It turns into something completely different. And that's the biggest takeaway in a blended family, is knowing that.
Be flexible.
Most of the time, we're not flexible. We try to be so rigid and feel like it's always got to be this way. But with blended families, 9 times out of 10, it's not. We have to be flexible. And the more we can be flexible and celebrate what's in our control and who's with us, the more peace and the more joy you'll find in the holidays.
This is true.
And that's powerful. And so being able to enjoy Christmas Eve, have Christmas Eve fun with your blended family, just enjoy who's right here. And just know that the family members who aren't with you right now, they love you. They love you, and they're never going to stop loving you. They're just celebrating in another place. At that moment, they'll be back. They're not going anywhere. They're still your kids. They're still with you, So it's just being able to take that mindset and say, you know what, I'm just going to be flexible. So when you enter into the Christmas Eve thing, maybe you are by yourself. So you're not sulking. You're saying, you know what, let me take this moment and pamper myself. Or maybe it's just you and your spouse and your kids aren't there. You're saying, okay, that's cool. Let's make this a date thing. Or maybe some of your kids are there. You're going to celebrate together with some of your kids. And maybe one Christmas Eve, all the stars align and that North Star is shining bright, and
you have everyone.
Your whole family's there, along with your mother and your grandparents.
Oh, you just took it all the way. We got a full house.
Maybe it's one of those things, and you have a Clark Griswold moment. You celebrate that too. So it's being able to be flexible. Be flexible and enjoy where you're at and who's with you. Don't let all the other stuff stress you out. Don't let all the other stuff suck your joy. But enjoy this moment, because every moment is a gift.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah.
You paused like I had something enlightened
to say. I actually mic dropped. That was a mic drop moment.
Oh, it was boom, done. Boom. Okay.
But you are still here, so we'll keep going.
I was in my feels with it, and it was like, yes, preach, yes, and it was like, wait, are you pausing for me?
Sorry, I should have went like or something, like I dropped the mic and just walked out of the room, and you were like, where'd he go? And
he's going, Randall out.
But that is enjoying your blended family.
Enjoying your blended family, whatever that looks like right here in this moment. And again, it's Christmas Eve when this episode is coming out. And so we really just wanted to give you something to encourage you wherever you're at in your blended family journey right now, whatever that looks like. If this podcast found you, that it didn't leave you looking in the window of
another person's house.
Wishing.
Kind of wiping the hot air, the fog that you poke it in, nose smushed.
Wishing that was what your family was like. Instead, make the most of it.
And in reality, that's what most of our families look like, is none of them are perfect. I have never met one perfect family yet. We're all imperfect. Nothing ever works out. But it's being able to choose joy in the moment instead of sulking. That's what we have control of. And when we do that, you will have Christmas Eve fun in your blended family. No matter what it looks like this Christmas Eve, you're going to have fun. You're going to have joy, and it's going to be powerful. And you're going to love it.
Yes, and I hope you add like some Christmas music right now at the end of this, just to just take them out with joy.
Jingle,
not like personally for you to sing it, but for you to edit it.
Oh, you want me to put Christmas
that's even
music in there? Okay, well we'll see. I get some bells jingling here in a minute, and some chestnuts roasting on that open fire. Jack Frost, he'll be on his way. Nipping at your nose, and all that. And Rudolph's nose will be glowing bright. Just waiting for Santa Claus to be here.
Man, I just want it to be Christmas Eve for real right now.
Forever.
Okay, yes.
So listen, we love you guys. We want you to have a Merry Christmas. We are so excited for you and your family. Enjoy it. Enjoy whoever's with you right now, and love the ones who aren't with you. But just be merry, have joy, have some Christmas Eve fun with your blended family today. Love you guys.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining us for another fun Friday here at Enjoying Your Blended Family. All the links we talked about today are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed listening, be sure to subscribe because it's free and it lets you know when we have another episode out for you to listen to.
And if you don't mind helping us out so we can start reaching more people, leave us a rating and review. You never know when we'll give you a shout out. Until next time, have fun being intentional and remember to enjoy the moment.